The first attempt was the easiest. Attempts 2 and 3 were tricky, and attempt number 4 barely even began before my mom ruined it. I've tried to kill myself 4 times. I would say that failing at suicide is just another example of how I suck at everything, but that wouldn't be true. I'm actually really good at a lot of things, like running and swimming. And back in the good old days, pre-overdoses, I was homecoming queen. Ever since my mom found me sitting in my car, a few agonizing minutes from slipping into pill-induced stupor and hopefully glorious empty oblivion. And I'm back in the psychiatric wing of Toby Hospital. My tiny but vaguely cheerful room is starting to feel a bit unnervingly like a second home. After each suicide attempt, I am rushed to the intensive care unit of Toby Hospital. My stomach is pumped, my family comes in and cries, and then I come straight up to the 7th floor for psychiatric treatment. 5 days later, I'm out the door again, faking a smile as I walk past the nurses watching me with patronizingly worried eyes, surely thinking, what happened to that poor girl to make her want out so badly? The honest truth is, nothing happened. I wish something had. I wish I had any sort of reason for believing the only way to get rid of the crushing pain that seems to sit on my chest like a weight whenever I fall asleep is to stop feeling anything at all. After calling my parents, crying every night from college, not being able to explain why, they decided it was time to send their hollow-eyed shell of a daughter to therapy. That was 1 year ago, 3 months before my first suicide attempt. Before attempt 1, I left a note explaining my actions to my family and close friends. I knew they would be sad, but I didn't want them to be angry. They would think I was being selfish. But really, weren't they the selfish ones, wanting me to keep living in such pain? That's how I justified it for a while. But a text message from my 13-year-old sister changed my outlook on that. It reminded me that she needs me. Even if I don't want to live for me, I'll live for her and for the rest of my family. So in a few hours, I'll be walking out of Toby Hospital, starting my newest attempt living, and I'll admit it, I'm scared. I walked home from the hospital. I always walk with my headphones in. I used to run with them in before I stopped running. Listening to my iPod is one of the only things that keeps me sane these days, mainly because of the control it gives me. Everything about my surroundings is out of my control, but what pumps through those wires into my eardrums is whatever I want it to be. Even after months of therapy, I still have trouble articulating my thoughts to my therapist, a person I would probably like in any other setting. I'm doing better. The truth is, I really am doing better. It has been 2 weeks since I left Toby Hospital, and even though I go back to college in a few days, I've been in good spirits. I'm working hard on being actively happy even when I am passively miserable. I started running again, and I even took my sister out to a movie. Maybe, just maybe, if I live for them, I'll remember how to live for me. As I leave the therapist's office and step into the fading light of another winter evening, I reach into my bag to pull out my iPod, but I stop myself. Today, I think I want to hear the world.